It doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, how old you are, how young you are, how many friends you have, how many friends you don't have, how popular you are, how popular you are not. You have more friends, you have less friends, you're good looking, you're handsome, you're not so good looking, a bit ugly, or for a girl good looking. You might have a nice hairstyle. Everyone might like you. You're a good footballer, like Faizan. Well, he thinks he is. You're a good footballer, yeah? Or you play good cricket. Shafiq thinks he plays good cricket, yeah? Layton CC, over the arm, trying to say over the head, sorry. It doesn't matter who you are. And you can be the Prime Minister, the King, our good friend Nigel. It doesn't matter who you are. Even Nigel Farage, he has to face it as well. Every single person, guys, I want you to understand this because I'm talking to myself first, because this is for me first. But you young boys, why are we teaching you this lesson for? Why are we doing this for today? Because you're always thinking of this. And I'm going to keep pointing over there. I'm not pointing at MIB, I'm pointing over there. Can you see something over there? That's your last clothing. You know, when you go on holiday, when I go for Umrah or Hajj, what I do, my suitcase, I actually set my suitcase in a way where I don't have to, faff around and take one underwear out and take one trousers out and take one jubba out. No, I just make a pile. So this is for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's easier, right? And after those 5 days, either you're going to wash them in Saudi, in Makkah, Medina, or you're going to bring them back. And your suitcase clothing is finished. Similarly, an example for you guys is, Adam comes here in front of you. Comes here. Or for example, you have your wardrobe, you have your cupboard, right? Imagine someone's moved homes. Imagine someone's gone from Leighton to Walthamstow. Imagine someone's gone from Leighton to Walthamstow and all his clothes are finished. He does have clothes, but they're somewhere in his suitcase or somewhere, right? The wardrobe, they say, has come to an end. This is your last clothing. So today I'm going to demonstrate, inshallah, something that's going to be put on me. And right now there's a saying, look, when you're a baby, for the first 2 years, well, for sure, more than that, 3, 4, 5 years, your mom and your dad, they put your clothes on for you. First 2 years or 3 years, they put a nappy on you. And then they change your clothes. And then when you get to an age and we make dua, this don't happen to us. Because this can happen to any of us, right? The dua that I always make in front of the Kaaba is not just, Ya Allah, give me a Lamborghini and give me this and give me that. No, I don't make those type of duas. There's one special dua I always make. And I say, Ya Allah, and you guys, you have to understand this. I want you guys to look at me and concentrate. Because when you grow older, we don't want no one to, we don't want anyone to be changing our clothes. Yes, that might be our parents. We might be doing that right now to our mom and dad. But I don't want no one to be changing my clothes. Or take you to the toilet. I know many people, even my dad's sister, she had to look after her husband, my dad's sister. So we say in Gujarati, we say Fuaji. She has to look after him for 11 years. And take him to the toilet. I don't want no one to take me to the toilet. I'm trying to say. And you're embarrassed at that time because you know someone's taking you in the toilet. Even if it's your wife. It doesn't matter, even if it's your wife or your mom or whoever. You don't want anyone to take you to the toilet and wash you. But you can't because you're disabled. You have your body is half paralyzed. Are you guys with me? So we make dua that when we grow older, when we're 50, 60, 70, Allah takes our life away because everyone has to die one day. We die in such a way, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and we're gone. I don't want no one to be pushing me on a wheelchair or taking me to the toilet or changing my clothes. But let me give you one little good news. There is one clothing that everyone's going to be clothed in. Once we pass away, we can't put this on. The people around us, they're going to put this cloth on for us. This is our last clothing. And why am I teaching this? Why are we going through this? It's not just to learn. There's a few reasons. Number one, so we always remember this. When you get to my age, and then older, 35, 40, we generally become good boys. My mom always says, and she always embarrasses me, in a muhabbat way to my wife and to my friends, I have 8 children. I have 8 siblings, yeah? 8 children. The worst, by far, was Ibrahim. That's what mom says. I don't know if that's true or not. But I was the worst apparently. But alhamdulillah, Allah gives us hidayat and then we get better. But when you're 15, 14, 13, 14, 15, everything goes mad. You either go the good way or you go the bad way. You heard about that boy on my street? Leighton, the stabbing? Did you hear about any stabbing? Are you guys living in Bolton? Have you heard of a stabbing that took place just 2 weeks ago? Do you know who died? He was a Muslim. And first people were saying this, we were getting messages, right? Which is not wrong. But I wanted to confirm, so on BBC was confirmed. A Muslim killed a Muslim. A Muslim killed, I don't know how he had like the strength to put, apparently he stabbed him over 15 times. How can someone put a knife into someone, stabbed him to death? My road was closed for 5 days. No car can go out, no car can come in. Muslim killing Muslim, wallahi Muslim. And they put a picture on BBC, the family gave a picture to BBC and he's wearing a jubbah. And that boy that killed him, I think he's like 18, 19 years old. And this boy was 18, 19 years old. He has life imprisonment. He's going into prison for the rest of his life. That boy, once upon a time, was like you guys. But something happens. You meet one silly friend. I'm really sorry for saying this word. There's another word. It's not like a swear word, but I'm not going to say that word. Basically, he's an idiot. There's another word, but I don't want to say it right now. Yeah? Always, that's why I keep saying every single month I say this. And people think, why is he keep repeating this for? Always have good friends. Always have good friends. That boy that killed him, he had silly friends. And therefore, they thought we'd get away with it. Within 2 days, they were caught. 2 days, they were caught. Life imprisonment. Life. Man's going away. He won't see his family. No more Eids for him, man. No more Taraweeh and Eids, and he's not going to anyone's family weddings. For what? What was the big deal? What must have been so severe and so important for him to, kill that person? My point is, you have to always remember this. I'm going to keep pointing at that. Because one day, and especially when you watch this, I was watching this on YouTube today. Wallahi, it scared me because I haven't watched this for a long time. I haven't seen a kafan for a long time. When you get, everyone's going to have a chance, inshallah. I want everyone's going to be wrapped up today. You don't have an option, by the way. It's not something, I want to do it, I don't want to do it. Everyone's doing it. So I want you guys to feel how it's going to feel when you pass away. Because like I said, everyone has to wear this clothing. This clothing has no pockets. There's no luxury, there's no distinction, there's no status. There's no Amani written on this. There's no Amani. There's no Moncler, Stone Island, and the best of all, MYP Youth Projects. It's none of that. It's true, there's none of this stuff. Wallahi, this is a cheap £1.50 a meter which I got from the market today. That's what you're going to wrap. Even the prime minister, well, we're talking kings in Muslim countries, this is what they get wrapped up in. And we are going to be wrapped up in this, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, but one day it's coming. So my point is, let's be good at least. Whatever Allah has told us to do, let's do it, because that's the day of regret. When we pass away, that's what Allah, in the Quran, the famous verse, I'm sure everyone knows the verse, everyone knows it, I'm sure everyone knows it. كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Why did Allah say that every soul has to taste death? Allah didn't say everyone has to die. Allah said everyone has to taste death. Number one reason is because death has a taste. Soon we're going to have nice burgers and chips today, inshallah. The burger has a taste. Chips, it has a taste. Cakes have a taste. Donuts, they have a taste. Drinks have a taste. You see, death also has a taste. And number two reason, generally when you taste something, there's something that follows. What is that? You're going to enjoy the meal. So you taste first and then it goes down your stomach. The food going down, that is also maza. That's also amazing. So you have the burger, you have the chips, and it goes down. Oh yeah, it feels good in the belly. Yes or no, right? After death, there's something that's going to follow. That's why Allah said, ذَائِقَ. ذَاقَ يَذُوقُ means to taste. We're not just going to die, we have to taste the death. For some people, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet as if they're having, in fact, this, I'll mention it in a moment. It's like they're going to be having a sweet, a chocolate. And that's why, when people die, people either are smiling or they're scared or they're frightened. One of my teachers, he passed away in 2014. When we were in Darul that time. He was the legend of Darul Bari. In fact, he's the teacher of teachers of teachers of teachers. Like for example, your father, that's his Ustad. Have you heard of him? Maulana Umar Ji Rahmatullahi. Have you heard of him? He's your father Ustad. Mufti Abdul Rahman Mangiris Ustad. In fact, he's Sheikh Abdul Rahim Ustad. Mufti Abdul Rahman's teacher is Sheikh Abdul Rahim, and Sheikh Abdul Rahim Ustad is Maulana Umar Ji. He was a legend of Dalum Bari teaching from the 80s. When he died, in fact, Hazrat Yusuf Mutala Rahmatullahi, you guys don't know who these guys are because you guys only know of Jay-Z and all these people on YouTube. You should know about these people. Sheikh Yusuf Mutala is the legend of this country. He says, because he died before him, right? He says, I've never seen a person in my life, in his life, that when he has passed away, he's laughing. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. In fact, even Sahaba, we don't know many who died, they were laughing. Not that they were bad, I'm just making a point. Laughing. Like, because there's a saying, when you die, right now we can't see, there's a parda, there's a hijab. There's a hijab in front of your eyes, so you can't see the unseen. So you have jinn, you have shaitan, you can't see them. Can you see the shaitan? Can you see jinn? Yeah, you can't see this. But the moment we die, what happens? That parda is, Allah lifts the parda and you can see it now. So you can see the shaitan, you can see the angels. So what Mawlana Umar Ji, and you know when that happens? When the ruh, because by the way guys, you know the ruh, have you heard of ruh? Ruh means spirit. You know the spirit in your whole body. It's one obviously, but it's everywhere. In fact, it's in your nails. Your nails, your skin, everywhere in your entire body. And when we die, come over here. Why are you sitting over there? Come here. Come in the middle. Come in the middle, triplet. All triplets going that way as well. Ajib triplets. Right one's wearing a coat, left one's wearing a coat, middle one's wearing a jumper. What happens is, you know, the moment the spirit, guys listen, focus. The moment the spirit starts to move, they say the spirit starts to move from the hands. The spirit. It starts to move. So the person, if you were to pinch him, he won't be able to feel it. And then it moves from the feet. It comes up. And where does it exit from? Does anyone know? The nose. That's when he's dead. He's finished. He's dead. Even the most popular person in the world, and you might have friends here who are popular in school. You know, the moment he dies, ask your mom and ask your dad this. Do you know what they're called? No one's going to say, oh look, Shafiq's died. When is Shafiq coming? When is Shafiq going to be brought home? When is Shafiq's janazah? Is that what they say? Have you heard that before? You guys might be too small. What do they say?
Body.
When is the body coming? Or when is the body going to arrive? We need to give the body a wash. We need to give the body a ghusl. We need to give the body, we need to shroud the body. We need to bury the body. That's why I keep saying this. I'm mentioning this to you, so I don't want you guys to be in bad company. Always be in good company. So when your time goes, you'll see the angel, inshallah. What's going on? Yeah, I'm coming, man. That's why Mawlana Umar Ji Rahmatullahi Ali, when he died, he must have saw the angel. Yeah, I'm coming. And he was laughing and he was smiling. And some people, you know, their face, it looks so scary. It looks so scary as if this, you know, they've definitely seen something scary. At that moment, either you see the jinns from Jannah or you see the jinns from Jahannam. And they don't want to leave. But when you leave from here, everyone has to wear this cloth. Does anyone know how many cloths we're going to receive or be shrouded in? Someone said 2. What else? What other number is there? 3. What other number is there? Anyone? Don't just say any number, innit? 10, 50, 100 pounds. It's not some auction yet. Huh? 2. What else? 1. 9. Abdul Rahim said 9. The answer is 3. 3 pieces. That's all you're going with. That's the only thing you're going to go in your grave. And by the way, guys, I know, mashallah, you guys have come, you know, Sajjad Bhai, he reminded me, you know, this summer, inshallah, this summer coming up, we're going to have a program, this whole MYP, except the food part, but the food part hopefully will come back here. We'll come back here, we'll definitely arrange something. All of us, we're going to go to the graveyard, inshallah. We're going to go to the graveyard because this is part 1, and part 2 will be in the graveyard. And every single one of us will go in the grave. And they're going to put the wood pieces on you as well. So it'll be dark in there, pitch black. So you can feel the grave. By the way, guys, you know you guys are young in it. 13, 14, 30s, 20s. There's no like guarantee. No one knows when you're going to die over here. I could die tonight. I can die tonight and everyone's going to say, yeah, we just went to MYP and he was talking to everyone. Or they're going to say, yeah, look, I got a selfie of him. We went out to eat. We went to football last night. Or we went to cricket last night. We were just with him yesterday, 2 days ago. No. There's no guarantee. I have a friend which I've mentioned 1,000 times. We went to school together. And when we were in school, in year 10, year 11, he was diagnosed with cancer. And then he used to come to the masjid in Masjid Umar, and his face used to look really like funny. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? But he didn't tell anyone. And when he was 18 years old, all of a sudden he just died. It was like a school reunion. And he passed away. 18 years old. No one knows when we're going to die. Obviously we make dua. Everyone here should make dua because you guys don't know. There's one thing about death, we don't know when it's going to come. It can come today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, we don't know. It could be any second, any minute. What we can do right now is what? What can we do right now? What can we do right now? We can make dua. What dua? Allah give us good health. Allah give us good health. I'm telling you guys to make dua. Don't say Ameen. I'm saying make dua to Allah that Allah make me healthy, make me reach an old age, good age, strong age, where I can do good work and I can do good khidmat of the deen. And I can read Quran, I can do good things. And when you go in the grave, there's no currency. You know this coffin? This coffin over here? This is what everyone's going to wrap up in. So I'm going to show you just now in 5 minutes. I'm going to bring this here, we're going to do a live demonstration in front of everyone. How it's going to look when someone passes away. All your family will be there, they'll be around, they'll be looking at you. Oh, look, oh. You stare at the person. And all different things are going, all different types of emotions are in your mind. Some people are like, rah, man, I just saw him yesterday. Some people will say, I miss him. Some people will be shocked. Everyone will have different emotions, but at the end of the day, he'll be washed. They take all, by the way guys, just letting you know, they take all your clothes off. Your dead body. They put you on that stretcher. Obviously they wrap your private parts and they wash your body like, like a baby. And 18, you guys are 15, 16, 17. I'm in my 30s. Some of the uncles and brothers here, they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s. They're going to stretch us out on that bathtub. And they're going to wash our body. They're going to wash our body. And they wash it with something. They can't wash it with shampoo. Sometimes they do, it's not haram, bad or anything, but generally they wash it with camphor. Because, this head and shoulders is totally bekar. It doesn't work. Because the body, this body, guys. Guys, concentrate. This body is so amazing, it's so even science can't get their head around this. The moment our body dies, there's a smell that starts to come out. That's why when a person dies, they have to put the body straight away in what? In a freezer box. Why? Because the body starts to decompose. That's the way, because there's no oxygen in the body. There's no ruh in the body, there's no air in the body, there's no oxygen in the body. And the moment the guy dies, finish, the guy starts to smell. Even your own mum and your own dad and your uncles and your auntie, even your best friends, they're going to say, let's get this guy, we need to bury this person. When you take him to the masjid, give him a wash, put the coffin on him, let's get rid of this body. I don't care if he's my dad or my brother or my sister or whoever it is, we need to get, it stinks. There's such a stench. This is our reality. This is where we're going. And the only thing that's going to help us is what? What's going to help us? It's our good deeds. The Quran that we read, the Salah that we prayed, and the good company that we had. That's why always have good friends. The person next to you, he should be good because I'm sure you're sitting with your friends. The person next to you, he should be a good friend. Faizan's a good guy, Muhammad should chill with him. Faizan's not a good guy, Muhammad said, Bob, I'm sorry, I can't be your friend. No, tell him straight in his face. And Faizan, on a serious note, because like I said, you're going to see this in a moment, then you're going to realize what I'm saying. Faizan's looking at Muhammad, and he can be straight up. Muhammad, I'm sorry, I can't be your friend. Because you're a waste man. You are not a really nice person. And you swear, and you do riba, and you backbite. In fact, you don't pray your salah. I don't want to be your friend. I'm sorry. That's what you should be, because one day this is going to be us. And that could be any time, but I know you two are good. And Faizan's a good boy as well, I like him. Except when he talks too much, as if he's married. So guys, the whole point of today is just reflection. It's not about teaching you. You can go on YouTube, you can go, your mom and, in fact, your dads will know this better than me. Because they're older than me. I'm sure they've done more kaffans than me. So today's not about demonstrating, wow, is this how you do it? It's not about how you do it. It's about, oh, this is how it looks. This is how we're going to die. All the money, everything's left behind. Everything's left behind. And even after a little while, everyone's going to forget us. Everyone will forget us. No one's going to remember. Every week, your mom, that's if they're alive, but your children, your friends and family, they will go and meet you. They'll come to the graveyard, they'll read some Surah Fatiha, some Yasin, and they'll clean your grave, and that's it. The person in the grave, what's going on between him and Allah, Allah knows best. That's why we have to do as much good deeds and stay with good company. That's why we keep saying that. That's for these young boys. Main thing is good company. Don't be like, look, that boy I'm going to mention one last time. Why did he do that for? Why did he kill that boy for on my street? Why? Because of his friends. I've been saying this for years. It's your friend that's going to make you do that. You become a gang. There's no gangs over here. They think they're in a gang. And you know when they stand on my street, they look like idiots, honestly. They stand outside my house. I told them, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just standing here. I said, bro, don't your legs hurt? Like, go to someone's house, sit down somewhere, get a burger, enjoy, go to the restaurant, have some tea. Like, you're not standing here the whole day, like, don't your legs hurt? Go for a walk or something. And there's no such thing. It looks like, if you want real, there are gangs in the world, by the way. Real mafias. And you know what? Salute to them. I respect those gangs. Have you heard about real gangs, guys? I don't think we need to call someone to explain to you a real gang. Real gangs, they don't put their own people and they don't sell drugs to their own people. They don't get their own people involved in murder. That's real gangs, there's real mafias. And they don't belong in Leighton. I feel sorry for these guys that they think they're in a gang. Leighton gang and E10, there's no such thing as a gang in you. It looks like a gang, but it's not. Real gangs are like in America, in Virgin Islands. I've seen real gangs, wallahi, they scare me. That's real gangs. When you're giving da'wah, because when we went to Virgin Islands, the Imam over there, Sheikh Ahmad said, we go every Sunday we do gush. You know how the brothers come and knock on your door? And the dad says to the son, just tell him that he's not at home. So the son goes to the door, yeah, my dad said he's not at home. Yeah, that's what they generally say. But over there, the gush over there, is they go out, and they go out to the gangs. So when they told me that, I said, bro, I want to go home in one piece, man. We went to give them gangs, and in that area, in Virgin Islands, all the police had, it was covered with, like, what do you call it? Metal poles, the whole car. And all of these gang members, they all had, like, in their hands, and the police are going past. And they said to me, today's your turn, you have to speak to them. I thought, brother, I've never spoken to these people. I said, no, you have to speak to them. And they were just staring at me. We gave them salam, hoping they're Muslim, and then we just started talking to them. These are real mafias, real gang, not these gangs that are over here. You want to be part of a gang. No one speaks like that. So that's my main point. Why did they do that for? Because of bad company. There's no second, it's nothing to do with salah, it's nothing to do with zakat, nothing to do with hafiz, all to do with good company and bad company. You have good company, inshallah your life will go good. You don't need to become a hafiz. Hafiz is great, but you don't need to become a hafiz. Alim is great, but you don't need to become Maulana and Mufti. Main thing you have to have is what? Oh, Buchia, what's the main thing you have to have? Good company. Your friends should be the best. Anyone in your team who's basically a ullu kappatha, like they say, bro, don't chew with him. Don't chew with that person because he's not good and he's not going to make you good. He's bad and he's going to make you bad. He just looks so funny. He's a funny guy, bro. He's cracked so many jokes, but he's not. He just looks like that. Everyone understand? Now we're going to do the demonstration, inshallah. So everyone sees what's going on. Okay.